Welcome to Audiobook Brief. Today, we are delving into the insightful teachings of Victory by Tracy. This captivating book is a treasure trove of wisdom that explores essential principles for success in both personal and professional life. Get ready to discover how to apply historical and strategic lessons to achieve your goals effectively. Stay tuned to learn how to be strategic, proactive, and agile in your pursuits. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of victory, let's dive in. In this chapter, the importance of having clear and specific goals in any undertaking is emphasized. It tells the story of Alexander the Great's decisive victory at the Battle of Arbela against Darius III, showcasing how clarity of objectives led to success. The text outlines that crucial objectives need to be clear, attainable, decisive, specific, and time-bounded to be effective. The chapter highlights the connection between military strategy and personal or business goal setting. It encourages readers to visualize their ideal future and set actionable plans to achieve their goals. This chapter really drives home the point that clarity is key when pursuing any goal. Think of it like trying to score in soccer. If you don't know where the goal is, good luck scoring, right? Here, Alexander showed that knowing your target can change the game. In his case, the target was Darius. If he took him out, the rest of the Persian army would break apart. This speaks volumes about how vital leadership and direction are both in battle and in our personal ambitions. The quote, "You can't hit a target that you can't see," is a powerful reminder that having a clear objective is not just a tip, it's a necessity. We have all been there flailing about in life. Maybe it says during exams or when trying to get fit without a plan. This chapter encourages us to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, and to always think about the bigger picture. Planning is also crucial. Like prepping for a big event, it takes forethought to succeed. Furthermore, the mention of the GASPA model, goals, objectives, strategies, plans, activities, is an excellent takeaway for anyone looking to make structured plans, whether in business or personal life. The idea of starting from an idealized vision and then breaking it down into actionable steps is like reverse engineering your dreams, making them feel achievable. In this chapter, the focus is on the importance of taking decisive action and adopting an offensive mindset. Drawing from historical war examples like Erwin Rommel's strategies in North Africa, it emphasizes that waiting passively can lead to missed opportunities. The chapter advocates for being proactive in business and life, stressing that courage and continuous innovation are essential for success. The principle of maintaining offensive action is also illustrated through the stories of famous generals, showcasing how taking the initiative leads to victories. By conducting regular self-assessments and spotting opportunities, one can navigate challenges and achieve goals effectively. This part of the book delves deeply into the idea that success is often about being brave enough to push forward, rather than sitting back and hoping everything will work out. The historical examples serve to underline that the most successful leaders, whether in battle or business, are the ones who act decisively against their challenges. There's a relatable lesson here. Think about a time when you faced a tough decision. Did you hesitate or step up? The courage to act, even when the outcome isn't certain, is what sets achievers apart from those who play it safe. Moreover, the chapter connects these military concepts to personal and business strategies, suggesting that the most prosperous businesses are those that innovate continuously. Just like a soldier must adapt to the battlefield's ever-changing dynamics, a successful entrepreneur must pivot and seize new market opportunities. The insights encourage readers to analyze their strengths, weaknesses, and market dynamics, which is a lot like a sports team preparing not just for a game, but for an entire season. By fostering a proactive mindset, one learns to embrace risk instead of avoiding it, reminding us that great opportunities often lie just beyond our fears. To succeed, focus on your capabilities and build a strong foundation, The story of the Battle of Isandlwana illustrates how the British forces lost due to their divided strategy, while the Zulus' organized and concentrated attack led to their victory. In contrast, at Rorke's Drift, the British stayed united and fought back successfully. The chapter emphasizes that concentrating your efforts and resources on where they matter most can lead to greater success, whether in battle or in business. It also introduces principles like identifying core competencies, key result areas, and critical success factors, advocating for focused strategies to maximize outcomes in any endeavor. The lessons learned from these historic battles aren't just about warfare. They apply to everyday life and business strategies as well. The author underscores the importance of having a clear focus and not spreading oneself too thin, both in commanding troops and in driving a business forward. For instance, when companies get too ambitious with dozens of products, they might lose sight of what they do best. This diffusion can lead to failures that could be avoided by honing in on core strengths. Think of it like a sports team. If each player tries to take on multiple positions, they dilute their effectiveness. They should instead focus on their specific roles to win the game. Additionally, the chapter highlights the critical success factors in any venture. Identifying what activities yield the most return, similar to understanding which customers drive profits, is key to thriving personally and professionally. It emphasizes that success isn't just about skills, but the smart allocation of those skills at the right time and place. For example, using the right metrics to track business performance can be akin to an athlete monitoring their stats to improve their game. Ultimately, the chapter teaches us that when we concentrate our efforts effectively, be it in our goals, our roles, or our businesses, we are much more likely to achieve our objectives. It's about being like those great historical leaders who knew when and where to strike, shaping success with purpose and precision. The chapter dives into the importance of flexibility and maneuverability in achieving victory, whether in military or business contexts. It discusses how General Patton effectively used maneuvers to outsmart enemies and highlights the critical idea that success hinges on our ability to adapt plans to fit changing circumstances. The chapter also emphasizes how both military and business leaders need to anticipate, learn, and consistently adapt strategies to stay ahead. Using examples from military history and current corporate practices, key insights include the idea that it's crucial to regularly evaluate where you stand to avoid the pitfalls of stagnant practices and missed opportunities. The concept of maneuver is about more than just movement. It's about strategy and flexibility. When leaders like Patton or Washington faced challenges, they switched tactics based on the battlefield's evolving conditions. This adaptability is essential, not just in warfare, but in business too. Companies that fail to anticipate market shifts or cling to past successes risk obsolescence, much like Apple nearly did before refocusing its strategy. Additionally, acknowledging failures and learning from them forms a cornerstone for progress. The mention of zero-based thinking encourages a fresh perspective on ongoing practices, helping to sever ties with what's no longer effective. Ultimately, the chapter emphasizes a mindset of continuous improvement, where innovative thinking leads the way forward. Just as a muscle strengthens with use, so too does creative problem-solving skills grow with practice. Understanding your environment and your competitors is crucial for achieving success, whether in business or warfare. By gathering intelligence, you can anticipate your opponent's moves and make smarter decisions. The German Army's initial successes in World War II, powered by their Enigma machine, emphasized the importance of information in strategic planning. When the Allies managed to crack the Enigma code, it shifted the tides toward victory. Moreover, businesses should continuously analyze their competitors and adapt their strategies based on market intelligence to maintain a competitive advantage. The chapter dives deep into the theme of intelligence as a critical factor for victory. Knowing your enemy, just as Sun Tzu advised, is not merely about military battles, but also about navigating the business landscape. When the Allies intercepted and decoded German messages, they turned the tables on a seemingly unstoppable force. This isn't just a historical lesson. It teaches us a lot about our day-to-day decisions too. Just like strategizing for a sports game, where you study your opponent's plays in business, understanding your competitor's strengths and weaknesses can guide your strategy. The transformation of L. Wenber.U from a low-status beer to one that could compete with champagne illustrates how repositioning based on market intel can create remarkable success. Similarly, Genghis Khan's strategic brilliance in capturing Bukhara through intelligence shows that the right knowledge can shift the scales dramatically. In essence, knowledge isn't just power. It's the foundation of value in both personal and professional realms. Whether you're a budding entrepreneur or just someone navigating daily life, regularly questioning your competitive position and seeking growth through knowledge pays off. Are you ready to step into your battles equipped with wisdom? In this chapter, teamwork and coordination stand out as superstar elements for success in both military and business settings. Historical examples like the Battle of Chickamauga illustrate how a well-coordinated force can easily overpower a larger disorganized one. The concept of synergy shows that a group acting together can achieve much more than individuals working alone. Key elements for effective teams include shared goals, values, and constant communication. Leadership plays a vital role too. Great managers remember that their job is about empowering others, not just getting tasks done themselves. Evidence from studies reveals that top teams actively discuss goals, remain flexible, and embrace feedback to keep improving. The message is clear. Concerted action leads to greater victories in every area of life. The chapter dives deep into the power of working together, highlighting that collaboration can multiply efforts and success. It's reminiscent of how a good sports team operates. Everyone knows their role, communicates openly, and strives toward a common objective. Take a moment to think about your group projects or sports. The ones where everyone coordinated well often led to the best outcomes, right? This chapter shows us that the same principles apply in business. The idea of shared goals and values is crucial. When everyone agrees on objectives, as in any successful team, it creates a sense of ownership, sparking creativity and commitment. Also, leadership is depicted not as a strict authoritative position, but more as a facilitator who helps clear the paths for their team members. The example of General Schwarzkopf's strategic planning during the Gulf War shows this principle in action, where clear communication led to efficient operations. Additionally, recognizing the importance of balance between work and family serves as a reminder that our success must also nurture personal relationships. After all, if family life isn't harmonious, it might just affect our work life too. Overall, learning to collaborate well isn't only a business skill. It's vital for our personal growth and relationships too, making it super relevant in our everyday lives. The main focus is on the idea that having one clear leader is essential for success in both warfare and business. The chapter discusses historical examples like Robert E. Lee's defeat at Gettysburg, which happened partly due to poor command structure among his generals. It emphasizes that a single authoritative vision helps avoid confusion and drives a group towards achieving its goals. The importance of strong leadership is highlighted through the stories of business executives like Lee Iacocca and Lou Gerstner, who turned around floundering companies by taking decisive command. Overall, having one person accountable fosters coordination and leads to success. The message here is pretty universal. When there's a lack of clear leadership, chaos usually follows. Think about teamwork. If everyone has a different idea and no one is steering the ship, it's likely to sink. The chapter really underscores the importance of unity in command and vision, drawing crucial parallels between military and business frameworks. By telling stories about historical figures and modern business leaders alike, it illustrates that true success often hinges on who's in charge. There's a great life lesson tucked away here too. Whether in your personal life or a job, having clear goals and strong leadership can lead to stellar outcomes. Also, it's interesting to see how these principles resonate today, especially in workplaces where clear roles and responsibilities are essential. Leadership isn't just about being in charge. It's about making decisions that align everyone's efforts towards a common objective, which is key for any group aiming to achieve success. Lastly, preparing for crises and having strategic plans, like Shell's scenario planning, shows the value of foresight in leadership, something we could all learn from as we navigate our tumultuous lives. In this chapter, the author emphasizes the power of simplicity for achieving success in both military and business contexts. Through the example of Operation Market Garden during World War II, it illustrates how overly complex plans can lead to failure. The chapter stresses the importance of preparing clear and uncomplicated strategies, highlighting how simplicity can significantly improve communication and decision-making. The author also introduces concepts like Occam's razor, illustrating that simpler solutions are often more effective. Ultimately, he encourages readers to continuously simplify their lives and processes to boost efficiency and focus. The key message here revolves around the critical role of simplicity in effective strategy. The catastrophic failure of Operation Market Garden serves as a reminder of what happens when plans become overly complicated. Communications falter. Critical information is lost, and the execution becomes a disaster. This isn't just a military lesson. It's a universal truth that applies to all areas of life. Simplifying our goals and actions helps to increase clarity and efficiency, which can lead to better outcomes. The mention of Occam's razor reinforces the idea that, often, the simplest solution to a problem is the best one. It encourages us to question complicated processes in our own lives, whether in work or personal endeavors, asking ourselves if we can achieve our goals with fewer steps. By focusing on simplicity, we can avoid the common traps of confusion and inefficiency. For instance, in today's fast-paced world filled with technology and information overload, it's easy to get caught up in complexity. But just like the soldiers in the operation, who faced challenges due to poor communication and chaotic planning, we can tie ourselves in knots with unneeded tasks and processes. So, when considering our objectives, aiming for simple, clear, and direct actions not only speeds up success, but fosters a more productive mindset. Simplifying tasks, delegating roles, and clarifying priorities are all ways to embrace this principle in daily life. The author's perspective lends itself to real-world applications. For example, in marketing or project management, having a straightforward value proposition or a clearly defined objective can result in dramatically better results. When we cut the noise and focus on what truly matters, we not only achieve our goals faster, but we also find more joy in the accomplishment. Achieving goals isn't enough. Once you reach them, it's vital to protect and maintain your success. Military leaders and business executives understand that you can't be complacent. The Battle of Chancellorsville illustrates this. Despite having superior numbers, General Hooker didn't defend his flanks and paid the price when Lee's troops exploited the gap. The chapter emphasizes the importance of security, encouraging leaders to anticipate crises and assess risks, ensuring they are prepared for the worst-case scenarios. Successful businesses continually improve and safeguard their main resources, like customers and finances, to stay ahead. The text draws parallels to historical battles like Quebec and Waterloo, demonstrating how small oversights can lead to significant failures. Ultimately, it stresses the need for vigilance in personal finances and career, underlining that true security comes from being actively aware of potential threats and opportunities. The key theme here is the importance of maintaining security after achieving success. This isn't just about business. It spans across personal life too. If we take a peek back at history, like the Battle of Chancellorsville, we see the consequences of overconfidence. Hooker believed he would win without a sturdy defense, which led to a dramatic downfall. This serves as a fantastic metaphor for life. Never assume everything is set in stone. It's like thinking you can stop studying once you ace your exams. It's important to stay sharp and be ready for future challenges. Also, the idea of crisis anticipation is crucial. It's about looking down the road and asking, what could go wrong? This proactive mindset can make all the difference in staying ahead, whether in business or personal development. Moreover, the chapter encourages understanding customer loyalty. It's like dating. If you don't nurture your relationship and just take your partner for granted, you risk losing them. Focusing on existing customers is often overlooked, yet they are the ones who will keep you afloat. Establishing genuine connections with customers means ensuring their satisfaction, much like friendships. The financial advice is practical and straightforward. The importance of financial security resonates deeply. Building a financial fortress is essential. It requires discipline and long-range planning. Think of it as playing a video game. If you save your powerful items for the boss battles, you'll fare better in challenging encounters. Protecting your finances and assets may seem boring, but it pays off when the storm hits. Overall, this chapter is a wake-up call. Stay alert, adapt, and keep your resources safeguarded. In this chapter, the focus is on the importance of conserving resources, both in military and business contexts. Leaders should be strategic in their assessments, calculating costs against potential gains. The notable example of King Pyrrhus's costly victory illustrates how overextending resources can lead to ultimate defeat. It highlights the economy of force principles that apply to both warfare and business decisions. Effective decision-making is driven by 4 human preferences: more over less, sooner over later, easier over harder, and certainty over uncertainty. Successful businesses must be mindful of cash flow and make careful financial analyses before committing to expenditures. Understanding resource conservation is critical for success, whether it's in war or business. Think of it like this. When you're gaming, you never spend all your resources on a minor foe and then find yourself helpless against a bigger threat. Just like in military strategy, businesses must allocate their resources wisely to keep pushing towards their primary goals. Pyrrhic victories, like King Pyrrhus, remind us that winning at too great a cost isn't a win at all. In real life, many startups crash not because they're bad ideas, but because they spend too much before building a solid foundation. When we think about our daily lives, being strategic about our time and energy plays a huge role too. Are we rushing into decisions out of impatience or diving in without thinking about our resources? Learning to balance our emotional, physical, and mental investments can lead us to accomplishments much more effectively and efficiently. Less is sometimes more, and this principle of economy encourages us to seek higher returns at lower costs. In this chapter, the idea of surprise as a powerful strategy in both warfare and business is explored. History shows that surprise attacks, like the Incheon landing in Korea and the assault on Pearl Harbor, can drastically change the outcome of conflicts. The chapter emphasizes that acting swiftly and unpredictably can give a competitive edge. In business, speed and unexpected actions lead to higher customer satisfaction and loyalty. Key practices include responding promptly to customer feedback and continuously seeking improvement. The overall theme highlights that, to thrive, one must be ready to do the unexpected and adapt quickly to changing circumstances. Surprise in both military and business arenas acts as a game changer. When thinking about the Incheon landing, it becomes clear that the element of surprise can alter perceptions and strategies, serving as a reminder that being unpredictable can thwart opponents. This can easily translate into the business world, where consumers desire quick responses and solutions. Think about it. Just like in a competitive sport, if your opponent can predict your moves, they can counteract effectively. The emphasis is on the necessity to keep customers engaged and delighted, which can lead to improved customer loyalty. Companies like IBM and Domino's showcase how speed provides them an unmistakable edge. They revolutionize their processes to meet customer needs faster. Additionally, customer complaints, instead of being something negative, are an opportunity for businesses to improve and cater to the desires of their consumers. In essence, organizations that actively listen and implement changes based on feedback are the ones that will thrive. Keeping a brisk pace in adapting to market demands not only secures current customers, but also attracts new ones. The overarching lesson here is that the most successful businesses embrace change, view it positively, and work towards staying one step ahead. The chapter dives into the principle of exploitation, emphasizing the importance of follow-up and follow-through in achieving success. It references historical battles like the Dardanelles and Gallipoli campaigns to illustrate how hesitation and failure to seize the moment led to loss, despite initial advantages. The chapter highlights business examples, such as Swiss watchmakers failing to exploit quartz technology and Ford's Etzel debacle, demonstrating the cost of missed opportunities. Companies must push through their breakthroughs and ensure they capitalize on their victories to avoid being overtaken by competitors. The author encourages readers to embrace opportunities and diligently develop their customer base, as success hinges on effective execution and commitment. The theme of exploitation is all about making the most of the advantages you gain and not letting them slip away because of indecision or hesitation. In the world of sports, imagine if a team scores in the first half but then sits back in the second, assuming victory is in the bag. That's exactly what happened with the British forces in the Gallipoli campaign, showing how crucial it is to maintain momentum. The deeper idea here is about seizing opportunities and recognizing their importance. For example, the story of the quartz watchmakers who dismissed their own innovation illustrates how sometimes people fail to see the value right in front of them. In real-world business or personal life, this can mean a fantastic idea dies because no one believes in it enough to push forward. Moreover, the narrative emphasizes that waiting for automatic acceptance from the market is a dangerous gamble. If Ford had acted sooner on the minivan idea, instead of waiting for market signals, they might have captured the audience right away. This teaches us that readiness to act on our ideas when they arise is vital for success. It encourages a proactive mindset instead of a reactive one. When considering the narrative around successful business leaders like Lee Iacocca, it's clear that taking calculated risks, coupled with rapid execution, can turn a struggling company around. This mirrors the sports analogy where a coach can make game-changing plays by reading the flow of the game, by directing focus towards customer needs and engagement right after sales. Businesses can build a solid reputation and ensure customer loyalty. A bit like how teams strengthen their base by consistently training and building strategies. In conclusion, the chapter reminds us that opportunities often come disguised as hard work, and that to truly exploit them effectively, we must commit to persistent effort and follow-through. It's about not just reaching for opportunities, but also fully grasping and developing them to fruition. Thank you for tuning in to our exploration of Victory by Brian Tracy. We hope these insights into achieving success have sparked motivation and provided you with valuable strategies for your own journey. If you found this summary enriching, consider checking out the full book for a deeper dive into these transformative principles. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more engaging audiobook summaries and inspiring content. Keep striving for victory in all your endeavors. Until next time, keep growing and keep winning.